Behind me runs a custom AI agent I built with LangChain and simple UI here. And this agent have tools, diagram tools to display its knowledge into a nice clean visual. If you're interested in building AI agent the easy way, I will walk you through the steps to build this AI agent without coding. I try my best to keep this as simple as I can, no complex agent orchestration here. And if you're interested, let's get started. We're going to break this build into 3 clear steps. The first step, we're going to setting up our environment, setting up coding agent and agent SDK. If you don't know anything about that, it's totally fine. Coding agent is just an AI agent that's going to help us code, so we can just use our natural language to code. And agent SDK, so we're building on top of Giant, not building from zero. Today we are using LangChain. Let's just complete the first steps, and the second step is AI agent. Third step is build user interface for our AI agent. If you want to have the same setup as I am, you can just go to Google search and search for cursor and click on this download button. It will lead you to this page and where you can download the right version for your OS version. And we are going to just click on this button. It's going to detect your OS version. So I have got it download and install. So I'm going to wait. You can pause the video here. I'm going to wait for you. Once you have downloaded and installed it, log in. You'll get the same interface as I am here. Now we need to add the LangChain document MCP server in our coding agent. If this sounds scary, don't worry. I'll tell you step by step how to do this. First, just Google search LangChain documents and click on Quick Start. And it will lead you to this page. You will have the complete steps of how to build your first AI agent. You just copy this page and feed it in your coding agent, whether it's ChatGPT, Codex, Claude Code. Today we are using Cursor, so we're gonna install the MCP server on Cursor. Yes. So just click on this install button. It's loading the tools right now. So 2 tools and 1 resource. So coding now, when we're talking to coding agents right now, it will understand what we are talking about, and it will search the LangChain knowledges through using these tools. Now back on Canvas, we are going to work on our prompts in here. Today we're going to build AI agent. We can just use this prompt, but we want to have much more control. So we say the framework, we are going to use LangChain. In the system prompt, we are just going to let coding agent work on that. And then large language model, as for today's case, I'm just want to use DeepSeek API. And the tools, we are just using some mermaid diagrams, so you can show the knowledge with nice chart and diagram. And for the memory, you can set or not. I'm just for setting it using file for recording our conversations here. Now we can just copy this prompt and paste in our context window in here. You need to open a workspace and open a folder and choose the place before you shoot that prompt. You need to choose a folder. As I'm choosing this folder already. So I'm gonna shoot that prompt. I'm gonna delete this. So just want to keep this as simple as it can. Now we're gonna wait a little bit. Now the agent has completed the job, and as human, we need to do is just grab the DeepSeek API key which I open it up in here. And the first thing you need to log in and give it some credits, top out some balance. And then we're gonna quit. You can use OpenAI for that. You just go to platform OpenAI. You can just ask the coding agent to give you the links. And go to API keys and create a new keys. And copy these keys. You can just say to that and just say run the test, and tell me if the agent is working or not. We're just gonna give him the DeepSeek API key. We don't need to do these steps. We're gonna let coding agent to run the commands and run the codes for us. We just want to test the AI agents working or not and get back with the result. Just want to run a quick test. So API key is your password to accessing the DeepSeek AI model service. You probably don't want to do this, but if you're using coding agent, you are already exposing some of your stuff in here. So I think back in the backend, if you need to trust to use that. You need to trust the coding agent. Like in this case, it's Cursor. You need to trust the company to handle your privacy data. Otherwise, you just need to do it by hands. So the agent's telling me essentially response is okay. Now the agent's running good. Now let's do a little bit version control before we dive in to do our third step, which is building our UIs in here. Let's do a little bit version control to back it up. So don't worry about this. This look confusing. So as for now, I want to do it by hand, but let's keep it as just want to do a version control. I'm trying to do it by commands, but this time I'm trying to use words. Do a version control here. Do a version control init git and do commit. Init git and do commit. Then if this look confusing, it's totally okay. You don't need to do this by now if you don't know anything about Git. And probably we need to create a new context window for that because we don't need the context here. We don't need a context here. Yeah, that's taking too long. Probably just create a new context window. So you can see that the context windows, it now have system prompts, have tool calls, and rules, skills, MCP. Lots of this is all prompts for now. We probably don't need some of the conversation prompt in here, which takes the majority of the tokens. So it's setting up now, and everything is backing up. And if you want to manually check it, you can just git log in here. You can see and the date and the offer and the message, what you just committed, back it up files. And now that's okay. Let's dive into the third step, which is building UI for AI agent. And we can just use this prompt like build a dashboard for AI agent so anyone can chat with it. And it's gonna be fun, but we want to have much more control. We can add a front-end design skill and add the reference image of videos. I'm gonna say the style of it. And you can just, the skill is just a prompt. You can get that from this link. I will leave the links down below. And you can, at this time, we're not gonna set this skill up in our environment. We're just gonna copy the prompt in here. Let's create a new Windows because we don't need a context in here. Want a clean context. So as for now, we just say this is the skill. Use this guideline of the following copy text in here. We just copy this prompt from here. And we want to say our goal and give it the context to the agent. So context, dark theme, and use the guidelines. Goal is build a dashboard so anyone can chat with it. Now let's shoot that prompt. So it's gonna write a website, HTTP, write HTML and CSS and JavaScript code. It's gonna write code to achieve that. It's probably gonna take a bit of time, so you need to wait a little bit time here. Creating 3 to-dos. Yes, HTML, CSS, and JS. It's adding a backend service, which is nice. So we can use that for hosting and put it online. So I get back to you when it's done. Now the front-end code is complete. And it's telling me to run it and open it. We can be a little bit lazy here and just run it and open it for me. It's gonna run the commands and open the browser with the exact URL. So now it's open. It's kind of weird in here. It probably should be something like in here. Let's test it. Hi. What do you? Let's test if it have tools like mermaid diagram. Do you have? So we have mermaid diagram tools. Okay. Now let's have a little bit fun. It still have little bit bugs in here. Oh, that's taking too long. Oh, it's here. Here is the preview links. Oh, he created the mermaid diagram. Okay, and that's all for today's video. And we're walking through the steps to build our first AI agent and chat with it. And there's still a lot of details need to refine and iterations to make it a much better one and publish it online. And we can add much more features like web search, textbook knowledge base to make it much more fun. And the UI is too, with adding reference image and reference video we just want to keep this video as simple as it can, so we don't add it here. Again, thanks for watching it to the end. That's all for today's video. I wish you have good luck in your study and your work. And goodbye.